Fluid Mechanics. Today we'll see the discharge equation for a rectangular notch or a rectangular weir. So here, to derive the discharge over a rectangular notch or a rectangular weir, so as we all already know what is notch or a weir, so it is a device used to measure the discharge. So here, to derive the discharge equation, first we'll consider a rectangular notch or a rectangular weir. And water will be flowing over the notch or weir. The first figure is a rectangular notch and the second figure what we have considered it a rectangular weir. So here for both the notch and weir the discharge equation will be same. So as you see the figure, so we have considered a rectangular notch, so where the water will be flowing over the rectangular notch or a weir, so with the head of water, so H. So here H is the head of water over weir or notch. So you can see this is a head of water which is flowing over the notch or weir. So we all know, so the top edge of the weir is the crest, and in case of notch, so the bottom edge is the crest or sill level of the notch. And here, so this is a nappe, so which is nothing but a sheet of water which is flowing over the notch or weir, so is called a nappe. So first here, so what, and here we'll consider L is the length of the notch or weir. So we'll consider L as the length of the notch or weir. So here to find out the discharge of water, so which is flowing over the weir or notch, so we have to consider an elementary strip of water. So for that, see whatever this head of water is there, so we'll consider this section of water. This is the head of water. So in this complete head of water, so I'll just write this figure, see here again. So this is a sheet of water which is flowing over the weir or a notch. So to derive the discharge equation over a rectangular notch or weir, so what we have to do is, so we have to consider, first we have to consider an elementary strip of water. An elementary strip of water. So that elementary strip of water is this portion whatever I have shown with the hatched portion, so which has a thickness of dH. So we have to consider an elementary strip of water of thickness dH as you see in the figure, so which has a length L and at a depth, this is the top surface or free surface, so it will be the free surface. So this top surface will be the free surface. So from the free surface at a distance h, small h, so we have to consider an elementary strip, horizontal strip. an elementary horizontal strip of length L of thickness DH at a depth h from the free surface of the liquid. So at a depth h from free surface. So now, we have to calculate what is the discharge. So what is the discharge through this strip, that is denoted by the symbol dq. So first we have to calculate what is the elementary discharge dq. So for that, we know the discharge equation. So first we have to calculate discharge through elementary strip, so which is dq, which is nothing but CD into area of the strip into theoretical velocity, that is V theoretical. So discharge through the elementary strip is dq, because we know q is equal to CD into area into velocity, that is theoretical velocity, because we have used CD. So it will become actual velocity. So dq is equal to CD into area of the strip into V theoretical. So V theoretical we have already obtained the equation, which will be 2GH. So as we are considering elementary strip, so we have to consider the depth of the elementary strip, so that is small h here in the theoretical velocity. So the area will be, area of the strip is length into the thickness. So area will be, L into dh. So dh is the height or thickness, so where L is the length or width of the strip. So area will be L into dh, and V theoretical is square root of 2GH. So this is a discharge through the elementary strip. So now, we have to get the discharge through entire rectangular notch. So for that, what we have to do, whatever this elementary discharge is there, so we have to integrate that elementary discharge. So to get total discharge through the notch or weir, so what we have to do, we have to integrate dq with respect to h. Okay, so we have to integrate that. So integrate dq with respect to h means this, whatever CD into L into root into dh into root 2GH is there. So this term we have to integrate with respect to h. So if you consider the integration, the integral of dq is equal to integral of CdL dh into root 2GH. So here, the integration is integral of dq is equal to integral of CdL into dh into root 2GH. So now the integration of dq is q. So here, what are the limits you have to integrate? So the limits is, we know the total height is capital H. So we have to integrate it from 0 to h. So you have to integrate the elementary discharge dq with respect to h from the limit 0 to h. So now here in this equation, CD is constant, L is constant, you can take it outside. So and also 2G is constant, you can take it outside. So it will be integral of 0 into h into root h into dh. So now you just integrate this, integrate root h with respect to h. So it will be, root h is h to the power 1 by 2. So the integral of h to the power 1 by 2 is h to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. So with the limits 0 to h. So now you have to apply the limits CDL root 2g. So here the lower limit is 0. So you will get 0. So just apply the upper limit wherever in place of h. So if you apply the limits, it will be h to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. So now, so if you simplify the equation, it will be 2 by 3 CDL root 2g h to the power 3 by 2. So the discharge equation for a rectangular notch or a weir is Q is equal to 2 by 3 CD L root 2G h to the power 3 by 2. So this is the equation for rectangular notch or weir. So you will be having a problems on this equation. So we'll just do the problems in the next class. Thank you.